Hello friend, welcome to Marine Engineering Hub. Today we are going to talk about alpha lubrication system. But before beginning the video, let me tell you that if you want to know about the mechanical lubricator, then please do view my earlier video. Okay, now let's begin the video about the alpha lubrication. As you can see in these pictures, there are various components. So first let's explain the component. This is a cylinder oil tank from where the oil for cylinder lubrication is coming, and it is coming to a pump unit. The pump unit basically consists of two pumps. One is running and second one is kept as standby mode. The oil from the cylinder oil tank is in pressurized to around 45 bar, and it been fed to the alpha lubricator unit. Okay, through a accumulator to a alpha lubricator unit. Now basically the alpha lubricator unit consists of two electronics component. One is the feedback sensor and one is the solenoid valve. So first, the feedback sensor is provided to make us aware that whether the alpha lubricator system is working or not, and solenoid valve control the actuation frequency of the lubricator, and the solenoid valve actuation signal is being provided by the CPU control monitor system, for where the various signal is being fed, such as tacho signal, crankshaft position, alarm system, slowdown system, and engine load. So the crankshaft position is being fed by the angle encoder. Okay, and the tacho signal fed the speed. The engine load is being fed by the electronics governor, and the slowdown system ensure that there is no alarm is been there before actuating the solenoid valve. Okay, so by feeding all this signal, the process output is being fed to the solenoid valve for the actuation, depending upon the engine load mainly, and depending upon the RPM engine load mainly, the frequency of actuation of the lubricator is varied. Okay, the oil which is after injection is returning back to the pump unit. Okay, and this is the various lubricating quills placed all around the cylinder liner. So now let's see in the next slide how the alpha lubricator work. Okay, so as you can see, this is the which I am going to show you. This is the lubricator unit, okay, which I am going to show you. So this is the lubricator. Okay, the oil is coming from the pump at the pressure of 45 bar, and that oil which is coming, and this is the actuating piston. Okay, this is the actuating piston, and this is the lubricator piston, which is going to move up and down, and which are arranged radially 6 or 18 number, and this is the ball type non-return valve. Okay, and this is from where the oil once injected, it will push it and it will go to the lubricating quill. Okay, and this is the feedback sensor. So let's see how it works. The oil is coming at a 45 bar, and a part of unit is going, and it is filling up this space. Okay, and that same oil is pushing the actuator piston. As the actuator piston is pushed, it is moving down, and as it is moving down, it is increasing the pressure such that it overcome the spring pressure, and the ball is moved down, and the oil is being injected to the lubricator quill. Now as you can see, this is almost a positive type displacement pump motion, means the oil quantity cannot be adjusted. Okay, the amount of oil which is fed to the lubricating quill cannot be adjusted. Okay, so how the cylinder feed rate is varied? That question is come to our mind, that if the amount of oil going to the lubricating quill cannot be adjusted, means the stroke, what I am talking about is the stroke of piston, means the stroke is cannot be adjusted. So how we are going to adjust the feed rate. So basically what is happening, the lubricator unit is not actuated in every RPM. Depending upon the engine load, the frequency of actuated piston movement vary. If the engine load is high, at that time the lubricated piston will vary, and if the engine is low, the lubricating piston rate vary. Basically at lower load, more lubrication is needed because of improper combustion, and at higher load the lubrication rate is lower. So this is how, by varying the actuation of the actuator piston, we can vary the cylinder oil feed rate. Now to vary the overall stroke of the piston, means to vary the movement of the actuator piston, here a adjustment screw is provided, which is been factory setting is given, and this is basically not been adjusted by the ship screw. Okay, when the alpha lubricator maintenance stop comes, then only he changes the adjustment screw setting. Okay, so I hope you have a clear idea. Now let's move to the next slide. Now as I have told you about the feedback sensor, now let's see the electronics component. This is a feedback sensor which is provided, which monitor the movement of the actuator piston, okay, and give a signal, okay, whether the piston is moving or not. Not only this feedback sensor is giving the movement of the actuator piston, basically after whenever the lubricating coil is getting activated, a individual lubricating coil feedback sensing unit is provided, which glow in green light, showing that the lubrication is being carried out. Okay, now let's see, this is a solenoid valve. Basically, as I have told you, the actuation of solenoid valve vary depending upon the engine load and the crankshaft position, okay, and various inputs which is fed to the CPU unit, and that process signal is coming from the control unit to the solenoid valve. By varying the frequency of solenoid actuation, the feed rate of the cylinder lubricator is varied. In normal case, after 4 to 5 revolution, once cylinder lubricator injection is carried out, and that frequency can be varied depending upon the engine load. Okay, I hope the concept of alpha lubricator is clear. Now one more thing I want to tell you, that alpha lubricator is been implemented not only in MC engine but also in ME engine. In ME engine, in MC engine, the CPU unit in MC engine, it's a CPU unit will mainly consist of main control panel and backup control unit. Okay, a unit is provided in the MC engine, but in ME engine this whole thing is being processed by the ECU and the CCU, and the signal for activation of the lubricator is fed after processing through ECU and CCU. Okay, I hope I have given a basic idea and the concept is clear. If you have any doubt, please comment below. Please friend, do also like and subscribe my video, and for keeping me encouraged. Email credit goes to marinediesel.uk. Thank you.